Well, hello there, Libra. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We're so glad to have you. Well, today we are going to be doing your October career and money reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. All right, let's get into it. Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. Wow. A really interesting energy here. This energy has kind of been coming in. It's almost, I think it's so interesting. You see how there's like puzzle pieces here, right? I think that there are people, you may not even have these people in your life yet, okay? But they're coming in very quickly. And it's almost as if each of you is going to have a piece of the puzzle coming in to kind of connect dots. Interesting, because Gemini had somewhat of a similar reading about people coming together to connect the dots to create new soul tribes. And then we have Desert Passage. Yeah, trust there's a divine plan. So the message I'm getting here is that I feel as if you may feel as though you are alone at this time. You could feel like you don't have, people in your life that appreciate your spirituality, or maybe your purpose, or the way that you are evolving, transforming in your life. They may not understand it, and you may feel like, oh, I'm just this ant over here by myself. Like you were in a big, I don't know, what do they call that? Like an ant farm, right? You were in a big anthill of other ants. But now I feel like you've moved away from that. And yet at the same time, you haven't quite yet met these other new ants that you are going to be, it's alliances is the word they're saying, forming new alliances in your life. So they're like friendships, but they're friendships that have a purpose to them. It's not necessarily business partners. It could be, but I feel like there are other people that are just like-minded. And so at this time, if you feel like you're traveling in the desert by yourself, trust that there is a divine plan, that there are other people that are coming in onto your path. And each one of you has a special gift, like these jigsaw puzzle pieces to me are being shown as like gifts. Each one of you will have, a special gift or a special purpose. You'll have different, so each of you will be very diversified within the group, but together, all of your skills and talents work together to create something new and beautiful. And successful, financially successful. So let's see. Wow. Let's see what we have here with the tarot. Yeah. We're going to get into this in a minute, but it definitely, if you have not yet left, you could be thinking of leaving a job, a career, closing doors to people, situations, relationships, like you've been closing the doors, but I think you're like now just really closing those doors and being able to walk into this bright new path that is opening up. And underneath we have the vast universe. This stardust trail is your spiritual path, and for some time it's been winding. You're not sure which way is it going, and now it's almost as if you're letting go. You may be even starting to let go of the need to control your path, to surrendering to the path, to understanding that you're on your path. You don't, look at this community underneath. See, I feel like you're coming into this whole new community of people that once again, I feel like they're extremely diversified, okay? Because if you think about it, on the safari, you have a lot of different species of animals, right? Every animal has its own special characteristics, own special trait in order to survive on the savannah. Each one of them, like the giraffe has really tall legs and neck so that it can eat the leaves at the top of the tree, right? And then other animals are shorter and to the ground to eat the little bushes. The birds, they can fly to new food, So it's kind of almost like this energy that I feel like the people that are coming onto your path are going to be, you could have grown up. Here's another message I'm getting into in an environment where everybody was the same, right? Homogeneous, right? Everybody was the same. You may be even wanting to move to an area that is more, diversified, different, because there's some kind of, I think you're getting like some extra energy from being around people that, perhaps are of different cultures or different, I think you all have the same like-mindedness about the world and where it's going. I think that's your commonality, but everything else about this new community, it perhaps it is nothing the same. The only commonality is kind of like understanding that you all are here in order to bring more love and light to the world. That could be like the only common trait that you all have. Really interesting. Yeah. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. After a very long time, you're getting this new opportunity. I think a lot of you may be thinking of physically moving, but it's something after a very long time. Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. You've been through a lot, but now you're getting a new opportunity in order to grow, your business, your career, your financial stability. But also there's this sense of growing spiritually with this, evolving, being able to really have, I want to say, like heart-to-heart conversations, soul conversations with other people that are on a similar path. This has all come because you've had the strength in order to step into this energy of loving yourself and making decisions that are good for you and not necessarily have been very pleasing to the people in your life. And that's why you could find yourself a little bit by yourself, alone. But yes, once you surrender, look at this, 10 of Pentacles, long-term committed relationships coming in, but it's also financial security for you and the people that you do have in your life that you care about. So I really love this energy after a very long time. So let's go to the Tarot. We have the Three of Swords here. So Libra, I'm sending you lots of love because I think going into this desert, okay, there's this energy where you have had to leave people and situations that you thought at one time would always be in your life. You've had to leave them. And that's been really hard. You still have that pain in you, even though I think intuitively, logically, that is the right decision for you, that you have to go on this path by yourself at this time. And yet at the same time, there's a heartache here, right? You're sad. You're extremely sad that you've had to take this path, that there aren't other people that you maybe grew up with or have had in your life for a long time, that they're not going with you, that you've had to let them go. You've had to close off some people, some situations, some relationships in order to go on this new path. But here's the nice thing. You're sitting there, you're mindful. You're not looking to the past. You're not too worried about the future. And I really feel like you're not too worried about the future because you're surrendering. You've learned through this whole experience that the divine has a plan. You don't have to know the exact plan. All you have to do is listen to your heart, because you learned how to do that, and listen to your intuition. And so practicing meditation or just spending time talking to your spirit guides or angels, trying to listen to your heart, not getting too caught up in your head, is a really lovely energy. So, kudos to you if you find, that you've been doing that and making this perhaps a priority in your time, in your day, maybe a few minutes in the morning and a few minutes at night. So here's your obstacle over the next month, but you are going to overcome this obstacle. You have this conflict, okay? I think this is the conflict that you've had from the past. This is like not new conflict. This is the conflict that, came out of this. But what you're understanding is that you've observed enough while you've been on this path by yourself for a little bit, right? You've observed enough in the world. You've observed these other people that hurt you. You understand, okay, their actions, okay, are not a reflection of you. Their actions, okay, even though they were painful to you, they're not a reflection of who you are or who you are becoming. And now you're understanding, okay, wait a minute. I am deserving of everything that I truly want in my life. I'm deserving of love. I'm deserving of having people around me that cherish me, that listen to me. They may not always agree with me, right? But they're willing to listen to my ideas, my feelings, my emotions. And I also feel like you're coming into this energy of understanding that you deserve to have those things in your life that bring you pleasure and joy. So the material things that you are seeking in your life will also come your way. We are not meant to be paupers, right? We are meant to enjoy our experience here. And so I feel like, there's this energy of stepping into that. I think for some time there kind of has been this underlying message that, if you're spiritual, you're not supposed to have any material things, right? But that's not really true. And I think what you're understanding now is, that could have been part of the past. You could have maybe had or been in an environment where there was a lot of opulence, right? And now you realize that didn't bring happiness and fulfillment. Having a lot of material things doesn't necessarily make you happy and fulfilled. But maybe there was a time where you had to strip everything away to figure out. You had to unload a lot of the material things in your life, whether you chose to unload them or they were taken from you, right? In order to understand what is really important to you. And now you understand the difference. When I'm seeking things in this world or experiences in this world that bring me true joy, I am deserving of those things. When I just want to stockpile a lot of stuff to say I have a lot of stuff, okay, is that we're not to, here to, that's not deserving. We're not deserving of that just to have it because we want to stockpile it. So I love that energy because I feel like you're transitioning perhaps from a time when you did concentrate on trying to have material things into a time where you may have had very little, right? And now are transitioning back into an energy of, okay, I know the difference. I know the difference now. Very much soul evolution there. So let's go to your advice. Your advice is, oh my goodness, not for you. You've understood now. You understand now that what is for you and what is not. Because I feel as if you've had almost like two ends of a spectrum. You may have had a lot of people, a lot of love, a lot of things in your life. And then you may have had or be still in this desert passage where you're kind of by yourself, right? You may have let go of a lot of material things. You've learned what is and is not for you. If nothing else, you've learned what is not for you. You may not know exactly what you want in your life, right? But you know what you don't want. And now it is this energy of seeing the wisdom, okay, of this journey that you've had and honoring your path, your spiritual purpose. Out of our pain comes our purpose. And I feel like for a lot of you, if you have this card, you've been through some painful experience, right? You've been through the painful experience. Out of that experience is your purpose is being born, right? The vast universe. And then we have the teacher, right? You have the teacher card. You have graduated from being the student into being the teacher because of the wisdom you went within, and now you are a beacon for other people. So let's take a look at how is this going to truly affect perhaps your career and money sector as you go forward, because I feel like you are really and truly, you could be alone at this time, right? And not exactly sure what the path is, okay, with the desert passage. But remember, it says, trust there's a divine plan. Your part, especially in October, is to really just trust that there is a plan. Speak to your spirit guides and angels. Ask them for help in, what is the next step. You don't need to know the whole plan. All you need to know is the next step. And then once you get that, then you can ask for the next step. This is all leading you to new people and situations that are coming into your life that are going to, what you have to offer. You may feel like, I don't have that much to offer, Mary Sue. I only have this one little jigsaw puzzle piece. But what you're getting ready to do is meet all these other people that have jigsaw puzzle pieces. So they're saying music composition. So, that's pretty specific. So maybe there's somebody out there that is creating music, right? And they feel like, well, my only talent is that I love creating music that will help people heal, okay? Maybe heal a specific chakra, say the heart chakra, right? So you may be creating a lot of music, composing music to help people heal their heart chakra. But you're kind of like, yeah, but that's all I got. That's all I got, Mary Sue. I don't know how to put it out there. I don't even know how to record it. I don't know where I would start. So sure, I can compose music all day, but how is that going to help the world, right? Well, what you don't realize is that you have these new people coming into your life. So the next person has a jigsaw puzzle, and they might be sitting there saying, well, the only thing I know how to do is, use technology to record music and, make it sound even, sound realistic. Let's say that, right? To amplify it or something. I know nothing about that. So, but that's all they know how to do. They don't know how to compose music. They don't know what to do with it after it's recorded and they get it all cleaned up and sounding good, right? And then another person says, well, the only thing I know how to do is PR. All I know is how to promote things, Well, guess what? That's what's happening for you. Like the three of you would get together to create this new business where each one of you is bringing in a new jigsaw puzzle that will help to put out this healing music to the world. So you see what I'm saying? It's kind of like you don't have to know the whole plan. The universe is working behind the scenes to bring the three of you together, or however many, people there are. So let's try to find a timeline here, because I feel like your job right now is to stay clear of the things that are not good for you, right? Are not on your path. You could be a little bit detoured by something that comes back from the past, or, a habit that's not really good for you. What Spirit is asking you for right now is you've been through a lot of experiences. You know what's good for you and you know what's not. So staying away from the things that are not good for you right now. And yes, you may be alone for a little bit more, but your community is coming in, and that's what they're asking you. Can you give us just a little bit more time? we need these other people to figure it out, right? And it is, 10 of Pentacles. It's going to bring you a wealth. So it's going to be financially rewarding. Now, I know for some of you, it could be, 9 of Cups. Yeah, look at this. After a long time of feeling cold, left out in the cold, perhaps financially strapped for some time. You've been focusing on your dream, your 9 of Cups, right? Creating music to help people heal, right? You've been working on that for a very long time. You may even have to have like a primary day job to make ends meet, right? And yet at the same time, your dream is not yet providing you the financial reward in order for this to become like your full-time job. But guess what? You got the 3 of Pentacles, people coming together, collaborating, coming together, working together in order to create something new. So, do not, look at this. You're kind of toying with it. You're like, do I listen to my intuition? If this is resonating with you, yes, listen to your intuition, because there's the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is about to turn for you. Look at this Star, Queen of Wands, and Ace of Wands. The healing, the confidence to go in this new path. Because, I wanted to say, I thought, you have the Ace of Pentacles under here, after the long journey, right? You have this Ace of Pentacles. There's an offer coming in, I don't know what it is. You could be, get an invitation. It can be an invitation. Maybe you get an invitation to go to a conference or something like that. And there you meet other people that have special skills that they don't know what to do with them, and you don't know what to do with yours, and yet together you can create something new, right? The Ace of Pentacles is something, it's an invitation to an event, to a conference, to a party. It could be a job offer, a new job offer. It could be, somebody just reaching out to you on email, and saying, hey, I think maybe we could work together, or something like that. Wherever your intuition is leading you, because you have the intuition, right? It's kind of like, go ahead. Don't think about it too long, Libra, because you can be a little bit indecisive, right? But it's kind of like, yes, take this venture, because this venture is going to lead you to a wonderful new area. It's something that is going to build something. 10 of Pentacles, that's a lovely, lovely financial security. So let's pull your soul truth card to get a little bit more advice for you on this. And Libra, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, what else could this mean? This is a good card. There are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Not what a Libra needs, right? Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask yourself, what else could this mean? Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment? Or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? I absolutely love that card for this reading, right? Because you have the 2 of Pentacles right here. So I feel like you may get multiple offers, I don't know, but you're going to get some offer, and you're going to be going hemming and hawing, trying to figure out. It's kind of like, I think the universe is asking you, okay? And this is not necessarily a Libra trait, right? What does your gut tell you, right? What does your heart tell you? Go within and ask yourself, ask your spirit guides and angels, But I really and truly feel like if you get an offer this month, right? And there's any part of you that, your fingers tingle, or, you just get like goosebumps, or you get little butterflies in your stomach. Okay, it's time to go. This is the opportunity. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there, Libra. I do really appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I wish you so much love and light. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.